Hey everybody, it's Bruno from NB, where it all can't be serious. And here's what I'm going to say. I'm here with one of my favorites now. You've just become one of my favorites forever and ever. Faisal Karmali, TV star. You're kind of like Baywatch.
Oh no.
Without the surfboard.
Really?
You and Hoff, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So anyways, Faisal, wealth manager, portfolio manager, entrepreneur helper, entrepreneur rescuer, entrepreneur stop around a little bit to get their senses. We're talking about the economic crash possibility.
Yep.
Some people call it a market crash, stock market crash. We're not talking about housing right now.
Great.
Okay? That's when Gina drives the car, smash it up. That's a crash up.
There's going to be an economic business crash.
Okay, let's talk about it. Let's get after it.
There's going to be.
Number one reason, when? Can you predict it, Mr. President?
Yeah. Okay, so prediction, no. I can give you ranges. So first of all, what's happened through this pandemic? What's happened through this entire situation that we've been on has been a lot of money's been pumped into the economy. Mm-hmm. This is the first recession in history where we've been in a recession, but the average person's income has not gone down. It's never happened in history.
Right.
So there's all this money being pumped in. Mm-hmm. And so businesses have all this money coming in. Borrowing is cheap. Governments have done whatever they can to try to keep businesses alive. And there's a subsect of the business community, I call them zombies. They're the walking dead. They shouldn't have survived before this issue, and now they shouldn't survive even after. That's going to be the starting point. I think there's going to be, when we start to remove some of this liquidity in the economy, you're going to see some of these companies that were zombie companies just fail. And they're going to fail bad. And some of them are very large and will have impact beyond just business community. Employees, communities, governments, so on and so forth. So that is happening, and it's going to happen a lot faster if governments start to remove that stimulus that they've been giving. Mm-hmm. So that's point number one about the first group of companies I worry about. The second group are entrepreneur wannabes. They thought being an entrepreneur sounds sexy and cool, right, in today's world.
Sure.
Right? Everybody says I'm an entrepreneur. They even put that as their LinkedIn bio. Mm-hmm. But I'm an entrepreneur. That's not a title. That's a gift.
Right.
And so when they have these wannabes and they can't do it because they're not entrepreneurs, they're just cool and sexy to be one, they're going to lose it. And then you're slowly going to get rid of those groups of individuals, and then that crash happens, it's going to ripple through other parts, stock market, housing, economy, jobs, whatever. There's a lot of companies, I believe, that are zombies.
So, I want to touch on zombies, okay? Zombie companies, pretty general term. A lot of people that look up crashes, on the YouTube channels and stuff like that. Zombie companies, publicly traded, ones we have to look out for, because the small companies aren't really going to hurt anybody.
Oh, yeah, they will.
No, I'm talking at a larger scale. If you have a lot of money put into it, are we talking about, I'm not going to name any companies because I'm a little smarter than that. Yeah. Not much more.
So, small, medium-sized enterprises contribute
to... Are they publicly traded?
No, private.
So they're the zombie companies you're talking about?
Yeah, the public ones I love. Let them have their problems, let them go belly up, whatever. I can see that live in action. And I can get all their financials, so it's easy. The private companies are private, they don't share anything. Mm-hmm. But you just know when you're starting to deal with these business owners of what their financials look like, what their processes look like. And they are, they're going to die, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. These businesses are going to just die. And whenever there's a recovery in the economy, it's called a K-shaped recovery. Mm-hmm. One part of the K goes up, the other part of the K goes down. Every recession does that. What we've seen is we've had companies that had to transform their business exponentially in a short period of time. Those are the ones that are going to survive. There's a whole bunch. Think of all the private companies that you come across that still don't have a website. Mm-hmm. They're not using services like yours to get their name out.
Right.
They're sitting back and saying, we'll just ride this out. They're going to be in trouble. Mm-hmm. And it's a lot.
Yeah, you would think, for sure.
And the larger companies have more of a ability to shift. Smaller and medium-sized enterprises have a lot of ego but no money to shift. And so those are the ones that I think are going to be a big problem. This is why when I go in and start to help individual business owners, I'll be able to identify within a short period of time if this is a zombie or if this is actually a real living company that can thrive for the next 5 years.
So you help companies. So if people call you at faisalkarmali.ca, click under here, and it's not a paid, advertising.
So I don't get paid. That's a good point. I do not get paid for this.
That's what I was going at. Yeah.
This is not my business. My job is to help business owners.
That's my point.
I run people's portfolios, their wealth. I'm a manager of wealth. What I feel my duty, my obligation to this group of people is to help, is to offer ways that we can really make a difference in their lives. Because underneath the concept of what this business is, there's employees, there's owners, there's family members, there's children, all that can be impacted. That's not their fault. So how do we protect all these people if we can just give them some help, a bit of a nudge in the right direction? That's what I love doing.
And again, we haven't known each other for 50,000 years, but the thing is that what I like about your approach, because it matters to me why I like your approach, is that's a really intelligent approach, both from a holistic point of view and also a business point of view, is because if you're going to help the head of the family right now, and not to ghostify or zombify their company, they have a whole bunch of kids that are going to say, holy smokes, that guy saved our family business, because you shared a story about a family business before in your family business. And now they have 4 or 5 kids, 3 kids, 2 kids, a cousin. They're all going to be your clients.
Well, it's not even recruiting for my own personal business.
I get it,
and
but
to be honest with you, I
don't
even share that. I don't share the fact that they can be all my.
But they're going to do it anyways.
What it will do is Bruno, will allow me to be part of their memory. And in a world of social media, brand and awareness can be easily forgotten because you're getting thrown so many things in your face. So how do you stay permanent in such a temporary world? Make a difference.
And
make a difference for these people, and they will remember you for whatever. And it's not even being a client or a potential customer in their future or any business that I get involved in. It is now my brand, my ability to stay connected with that individual, that family, will transcend any social media platform, any different way.
I agree. Not that it matters, but I agree because one of the things I keep touching, I love this. Look at this. Look how nice this is. It's unbelievable. No, but I agree because from a back point of view, is you're really going to be the connector to the next generation. I'm not just talking about you managing their wealth, but if you did that for the mom and dad, right? They're going to go, I don't know what a good lawyer is. Call Faisal. Hi, Faisal. It's Jimmy's, And I got to be honest with you guys is that everybody out there is that sometimes when I'm stuck for a resource, I call my lawyer. And she's amazing, right? So Lydia is amazing. She really is. Pred's amazing too, but he's on the litigation side. You're suing somebody or something.
There you go.
But no, Lydia's amazing because now you ask and say, hey, Lydia, do you have anybody in your portfolio that is a drywaller? Who better knows the drywaller than the lawyer kind of thing? It says,
I've got members on my team where my customers and clients call if they need stuff like that. Right away.
So you're making a difference right there.
Right away.
By the way, garage door opener is not working.
Done.
Yeah, I brought it here. you have any garage door opener, guys? I set you up for that. Okay, rapid fire. Everybody thinks they know Faisal, but they don't.
Okay.
Are you ready? Do you think people know them?
Not as much.
So we're going to get our crew to guess what the answer is here. Favorite food?
Indian
food? Okay, but more like...
Lamb curry.
Lamb curry. Okay. We're going to skip the dishes on that?
I have before.
That's like now. I'm hungry. You can't say
now I'm getting hungry. Might have to.
Okay. Favorite music?
R&B hip hop.
Okay. Favorite artist?
Jay-Z.
Really?
Yeah.
He signed I'm a big Yankees fan, you know that.
Yeah.
And I never forgave him for helping Robinson Cano sign with the Seattle Mariners. I don't understand.
And now
it ruined his career.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But anyways, you got another second baseman. It doesn't matter. We don't need Robbie. Okay, favorite sport?
Hockey.
I tried to lead you into
There you go. That was easy.
Hockey. Favorite team?
Yeah. Ottawa Senators.
Why?
Yeah, look at that. No one knows that, so you're the first.
Why?
I keep it to myself because
I'm from Ottawa.
Yeah, so I've been a Wayne Gretzky fan my entire life, up until when he retired in '99, pun intended, and then I was living in Ottawa at the time.
No, where'd you
Yeah,
live in
I
Ottawa?
went to Carleton.
Where'd you get your education?
Right, in Carleton, my undergraduate.
No, but your
Yeah,
education.
economics.
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
I'm from Ottawa U. So we always tell Carleton that
Oh, you're one of those.
Carleton University is where the K stands for quality. I stand behind that.
Yeah.
I'm joking. So you were going
concrete buildings at Ottawa U. Yeah, there's all these engineers. They couldn't make anything beautiful on
I love the
campus.
dinos. UC dinos. I love
So
them.
yeah, I've been ever since Gretzky retired. My team of default was the Ottawa Senators.
No kidding.
Yeah, ride or die.
Did you ever watch a Senators game?
Absolutely.
In the old stadium?
In the old stadium at the Palladium, and even at downtown at
The Civic Center.
The Civic Center. Then went to the Palladium, which now turned into what is it, Rogers Center, Scotiabank Center.
Yeah.
And I flew in for their Stanley Cup run and everything.
That's unbelievable. I was always a Flyers fan, but when they played in the Civic Center, speaking about Wayne Gretzky, he played for the LA Kings.
Yeah.
Impossible ticket to get.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I got it. A friend of mine gave it to me. And it was one of the very few games somebody got under his skin, and I want to say it was Mark Lamb, but it wasn't.
Okay.
If I think, or maybe it was, Brad Shaw wasn't really an instigator. And Wayne dropped the gloves, and they walked him out in the last 4 minutes.
Oh, really?
So it was such an interesting game, and of course you had the likes of Marty McSorley, and you had a whole bunch of tough kings back then. One of them I can't remember now. And of all the people, I remember Wayne, just his gloves were off, and I'm like, when did he become a goon?
Yeah.
But that's interesting. I would have guessed the Flames or the Edmonton Oilers.
No.
So okay, so your favorite favorite athlete?
Athlete right now?
No, just in all
Wayne
time.
Gretzky.
Wayne Gretzky playing right now. Just because you asked.
McDavid.
Really?
Wow.
Never seen him play live.
Wow. I saw his first game in Dallas against Dallas. And from that point in his first game in the NHL and his first goal in the NHL.
He plays like a locomotive, doesn't he?
Oh.
He just goes hard.
Oh, unbelievable. Yeah. And just the skill set that he has, I wish he would record all of his training, because people don't think about the training, they think about just what his product is on the ice at the time of the game. His training must have been intense.
Yeah, it's too bad they're not doing like the Team Canada thing. Remember the Canada Cup?
Yeah.
It'd be really interesting to watch him and Crosby and they'd have the new generation, Lemieux and Gretzky kind of thing,
That's
right?
right.
I used to see
awesome.
that. Okay, so favorite place to travel to that you've been to?
Barcelona.
Barcelona. Mm-hmm. Are you a soccer fan too?
I am.
Who do you cheer for? Barcelona.
Barca,
Roma.
Barca and Man City.
I get in trouble all the time with the Juve fans all the time, but not favorite place, but place you would want to travel to.
Oh, Asia. I haven't been anywhere in Eastern Asia.
One place.
Oh, let's start off with Thailand.
Oh,
let's
okay.
start there.
That's good. So plans?
When we can, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah.
Well, we can start driving now.
Yeah. But
we can drive through Russia and Alaska. We'll ask Sarah Palin, who's running that place now.
It'll be a little bit of a drive, but yeah, it's possible.
Okay, here's your opportunity. I don't know. Your chance to ask me a question.
Okay.
Everybody at the end of the thing, because by then they're tuned out.
Bruno, you've had the opportunity to speak to many business owners and individuals who are aspiring to run their business. What's the one piece of advice you would say to stop doing in their business today?
For startups?
Any.
Well, yeah, any's wide, so I'm going to pick startups or startups entrepreneur. Stop chasing, raising money as much.
Yeah.
Okay? Start chasing clients, because your clients that you can inspire on your product will pay you.
Yes.
And I'm not just saying like a transact. People people think differently. When I say go get a client, your client could become your investor, right? Think about, there's a couple of companies in the energy department and in the energy field that create software, right? And one of them went up to the big ones, like Imperial Oil, Suncor, BP, right? And they said, I got this product, I got this software, I'd love for you to be a client. Not only did they become a client because they're so good at what they did before they developed the software, they actually gave them money to develop it.
Absolutely.
So I'm saying that's what I mean by go get a client. So either big, small, medium, is focus in on raising money, but leave your mom and dad and leave those guys alone.
Yeah.
Right? Leave some of your clients alone. The passive, the guys are retired, they don't want to do very much, and I know that's not all your guys. Your clients, because some of them are aspiring to do things with their money, but leave the ones that are just nice alone, because you don't want to cause problems. Because I think it's 99.9999 just because you like Gretzky. speculation on a startup.
Yep.
And I think that's number one. And number two, stop cashing checks before you produce something, because that's pretty insulting to people that have worked hard, right? Like you. And I put money in, I speculate with money in there, and I put in $100,000. Now I know you know Gary Vee, right?
Yeah.
So Gary Vee said something a long time. I didn't even know Gary Vee was. I'm just gonna be throwing out there. And I remember my son showed me the clip and he goes, "Dad, this guy sounds like you." It's like some guy calls and says, "Gary, you know what? I got bad news. I'm closing down the company." And I'm gonna paraphrase him because he cusses a little bit more than I do. And he says, "Gary, you know what? I gotta tell you, I learned so much from you. Thank you very much." And Gary goes, "Hey, you," right? "You just cost me $100,000. What do you mean you're canning it in? You stay in there and you know, this is my money." It's easy to can out when it's not your money. So I think those are the things I would probably give advice on: is chase a client just as much and more than you chase money. And B, don't cash your check until you cash somebody else's check.
There you go.
It's kind of like where I grew up, you know, my neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know, you ask $5, you're going to return $5.50.
That's right.
Or you become a sprinter.
Yeah.
And no, you know, so I think that's kind of where I'm at.
That's awesome.
What do you think?
That's great.
That's all right?
That's fantastic.
All right. All right. So where can they get in touch with you?
FaisalKarmali.ca.
Okay. And what can they expect on that website?
They'll get all the content and information on how to not only get to know more entrepreneurs, be part of the exchange live, but also see our upcoming shows and reach out to us if you need help with your business. We're here to help.
And you know what? I have to confess, I honestly would go on the exchange, but you have it at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
6 o'clock Mountain Standard Time.
That's right.
And my partner Greg is always like, "You got to go, I got to go on." And even with everything that's going on, between 5:30 and 7:30 is my witching hour with my kids in sports, right?
Yeah.
And so that's the only reason I don't want to be. Well, I don't want to be disruptive.
Yeah.
However, I do confess that Greg says I've always missed a great episode. So if you guys can join, that'd be great. Share your ideas. I got it on tape. We're going to be back.
We're going to be back.
Okay, and we're going to cover a couple things, right? One of the things I want to cover is that the market crash.
Yeah.
The economic market
it's going to
crash,
be a crash.
whatever it is.
It's going to happen.
Maybe we'll tackle the housing situation.
It's a rippling effect, Bruno. So there's going to be a lot. One will lead to the other. It's a domino effect.
There you go. And the coming down of the great empire that the New England Patriots started. We're going to talk about that.
Okay.
So anyways, guys, thank you very much. We'll see you guys later. Thanks, Faisal.
Thank you.
All right. Well, you know what? That's pretty much all the time we have for this episode today. Thank you for tuning in with us. And you know what? Make sure you subscribe to our MegaPixx media channel so you will never miss an episode. And also, you can follow us on LinkedIn and Facebook, Instagram. We have content almost every day. So thank you very much for joining us. I'll see you guys soon.